All right, foreign money influencing state ballot measures has been a recurring problem all around the country. But now a growing number of states are finally cracking down on election loopholes so that only U.S. citizens can donate money for these initiatives. Joining us now is Sutherland, Americans for Public Trust Executive Director. Here's some states, if we could put up on this map up for everyone to see. This is happening in lots of different places where you can try to find a ban for this. Why does this matter? Because people might not realize that this is even still happening.
Well, good morning, Dana. Thank you so much for having me on. I mean, what we are seeing across the country is sweeping momentum that states are rejecting foreign interference in their states' policies. And it's actually long been the case that foreign nationals are prohibited from influencing our elections. But when we take a closer look at what that actually means, we realize that it's not very comprehensive, and it actually doesn't apply to ballot measures. That is a very dangerous and alarming foreign influence loophole. And when states learn that their state's policies and state's constitution are vulnerable to foreign interference, they're stepping up, they're fighting back, they're taking action, and they're passing bans that are prohibiting foreign nationals and foreign governments from influencing and contributing their state ballot issue campaigns.
So $100 million was spent by the 1630 Fund on ballot initiatives in 25 states. That's $100 million. That's according to the America First Policy Institute 2024 report. What kinds of state initiatives were they trying to influence? What's the topic?
So it's one thing to know that this is not a hypothetical situation. We have been able to trace that, over $100 million of foreign money has flown through the 1630 Fund in these states across the country, and they are working to implement some far left and extremist public policies on issues related to abortion, election law, and other things across the country. Drug policy. They are trying to sidestep the legislative process and get the most extreme version of public policy possible.
But why would they want that, Caitlin?
Well, because they know that their far left agenda often cannot withstand the scrutiny of a typical legislative process. So they are sidestepping the legislative process, and they are getting these extreme public policy measures on the ballot, and they're using foreign dark money to do it.
So
it's a terrible problem.
Let me read this. This is a statement from the 1630 Fund to Fox. It says 1630 Fund is proud to support ballot initiative campaigns that are working to advance economic opportunity, reproductive rights, and democracy. Our donations to these initiatives are made in compliance with local, state, and federal laws. I'm assuming if these bans go into effect in other states, that would end. I'm just still trying to get to the nut of the problem here, which is, so they support a far left agenda, but what kind of things are they looking for? They want to support like reproductive rights. I'm assuming that is for more abortion access. But when it comes to, they say they want to support democracy. What would that be?
Well, when the left says the word democracy, that's their catch-all for, we're trying to do good things. But when you take a look under the hood, you realize that it's an extremist agenda. We saw that foreign-backed funds came into Ohio last year that would have forced the state to gerrymander their congressional districts and change the way that the state conducted elections. There is nothing democratic about using foreign dark money in these state ballot issue campaigns. And states have, woken up, to this problem and realized that their state constitutions and policies are vulnerable to the corruption that is foreign money. And that's why we have seen such momentum across the country passing these bans prohibiting foreign funds from being used in these ballot issue campaigns.
All right, Caitlin Sutherland, thanks for bringing it to our attention. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
So we